My friends, it is a new month. It is the start of the month, which means it is time once again to head back to the mailbox because it is time to free my latest shipment from Video Games Monthly from its priority mail prison. What's going on, everybody? I'm Jay. Welcome to Square Pegs. I do this every month. I love Video Games Monthly. I love supporting them. I think Joe and the crew over there are fantastic, and I like being able to get new games every month. Now, they're not always a hit. They're not always something that I want, but it's a lottery. It's a system that is a chance. And there's always an opportunity to get something incredible. Now, for the last few months, I've gotten some absolute bangers. Oh, the priority mail tape is good this month. So what is Video Games Monthly? Video Games Monthly is a monthly subscription service where you can get 3, 4, 5, or 10 games sent directly to your front door. This is not a rental service. You get to keep the games. They are yours. You can do whatever you like with them. Collect them, trade them with your friends, sell them. No one cares. And the service is awesome. I've been doing this service now for about 3.5, 4 years. I've only done it on the channel for a little over 2 years now, but it's something where it's a service I believe in, it's a service I support, and I think Joe is a wonderful dude, so I like being able to show you what I get every month. Now, that said, I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass either. I'm not going to tell you that a box is great if it's not a great box. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you a game is pristine if it's not clean. Joe understands that. We've had many conversations where we've talked about ways to improve the service or things that I appreciate about the service. I'm equal opportunity. I'm not going to just blow smoke up your ass and tell you something is great. I'm going to let you know if there's a problem too. So what do you say? Let's crack this guy open. We'll find out what's inside because I get games from the NES, the Famicom, the Super Nintendo, the Genesis, the N64, the GameCube, the Dreamcast. Hasn't been any Dreamcast stuff in a while, but it's understandable. Dreamcast is kind of hard to come by. I get the Wii U, and there's probably something else. Master System. Sega Master System and the Sega Genesis. Those are also on the list as well, but let's find out what's in here. Let's crack it open. I look right down this camera, find out what's inside at the same time as you do. I hold it up to the camera. You look at it before I do because my eyes suck. And yeah, you laugh at me because I can't read. And let's see what happens here. All right. So pop it open. We have our card. First card is the social card. Now what the social card says is that if you share your experience with Video Games Monthly on social media, you'll be entered into a chance to win 3 free games. That's right, a free 3-up box sent directly to your front door. You get some games sent to you for free, just for the art of sharing on social media. You can't beat that. It also reminds you to update your list, because what happens is Video Games Monthly has a list that you curate, so whenever you get a new game, you check off that game on the list so they don't send you duplicates. Now, there is human error involved. It does happen. Sometimes you will get a duplicate sent your way, but all you gotta do is message customer service. They rock. They're gonna take care of you. Let's find out what's in here. As always, no, that's not another box. All right. So I always do a blind feel to see what's in here, and it feels like I've got 2 NES, something in a disc, so probably a GameCube or a Wii U. It would have to be a GameCube or a Wii U because that's what I get. And it feels like 2 Genesis, as well as bubble wrap. Take the bubble wrap out when it's a little bit easier to, but let's start with NES. We'll find out what's on NES first. And as always, this is a fun game to play, so this is something I like to do. I have had occasions where I will get games from the same letter. So we always tend to pick from, like last month, I got Godzilla and Gauntlet 2. They picked from the G-Box. We're going to see what happens this month. All right, 3, 2, 1. Our first NES game is Bart vs. the Space Mutants. Oh no, Simpsons Bart vs. the World. I've actually never played these games. As someone who is a huge Simpsons fan, I never played the video games growing up. So let's take a look now at The Simpsons Bart vs. the World.
So this is the first time I have played any of the NES Simpsons games, and The Simpsons Bart vs. the World is decidedly not as bad as I expected it to be somehow. I don't want to conflate that and make you think that this is a good game, because I don't think it's great, but I did have some fun with it. I think there's some pretty interesting mechanics here, and good on Acclaim for kind of leaning into the idea that, you know, maybe our platforming isn't the strongest part of this game. Maybe we should toss in some mini-games as well, because I thought that was pretty creative. It's a neat little game. It's not great, but it is fun. There's definitely some fun to be had here, and I actually really liked the level designs for the ones that I played. I think it's better than people make it out to be. Again, not great. Definitely better than I anticipated, and I can actually see myself playing this one again, because I do love The Simpsons, and it's better than I expected. I'm legitimately shocked at how much fun I had playing this one.
Label's pretty good. There's a little bit of rubbing on the edge, but I mean, it is an NES game. You kind of got to expect it. Everything else looks great, though. Pins are in great condition, so really happy with that one. Next up, let's see, is this going to be from B or S? Is this a BS game? Let's find out. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. We have, oh, first off, Griffin? Griffies. Oh, and it's Target Renegade. I really don't like Target Renegade. But Griffy, thank you for your sacrifice. Thank you for writing your name on this. I love getting writing on cartridges. It's like legitimately one of my favorite things. I like writing. I like rental stickers. It's something I actually look for when I go to a convention. If I'm buying a game, I prefer it to be a little bit marked up. Not only because it knocks a couple bucks off, but also because I like to know the history of a game. So let's take a look at Target Renegade. Not a huge fan of this one, but this was Griffey's copy. So let's take a look at Griffey's copy of Target Renegade.
Alright, so once I figured out the controls in Target Renegade, I will admit I had a lot more fun with it than I did the original time I played it. It still sucks. It's still an awful game, but I was actually able to do something this time, which, I mean, that's kind of a nice change of pace, because when I did my Taito ranking, I couldn't do a damn thing. I figured out how to do jump kicks. I figured out how to pick up objects. I figured out, finally, how to kick damn bikers off their motorcycles. That's not to say this is good. It's a very bad game. I will never play this one again. I do not care for it. Griffiths, I really appreciate Griffies, whatever the writing is on the game cartridge. I don't know how to pronounce the name. But whoever this game belonged to, I appreciate your sacrifice, and I appreciate you taking as good a care of it as you did. But if I had to suspect that it was because of a loving care or because you just never played it because the game sucks, I'd probably go with that one. I won't ever play this one again. Like, legitimate. I do not care for the Renegade games on the NES, and this one is just not fun.
Once again, label's in pretty good shape. You've got a little bit of rubbing along the top, but the label is actually intact and everything's sticking really well. That's really cool. Pins look to be in good shape. So, Griffey, you took care of your stuff, and I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you so much. All right, now we are going to my favorite console to collect for, actually. That's the Genesis. One Genesis, one N64. That's always fun. I do love getting N64 games. We got a Short Boy Genesis here, so this could be one of hundreds of games. Let's find out together. 3, 2, 1. Judge Dredd! Judge Dredd, I know nothing about this game. I've seen the film. It's a Sylvester Stallone masterpiece. This one looks to be in good shape as well. The label's really nice. The pins are really good. Let's take a look at Judge Dredd. I've never actually played this one. Let's find out how this one is together.
So Judge Dredd was both not what I expected and exactly what I expected, because it is, after all, a 16-bit licensed game, and as much as I do love licensed video games, this one falls victim to what a lot of video games at the time fell victim to, where it had a good idea, just had piss-poor execution. So let's start with the positives of this game, first off. The graphics in the game actually look really good. The combat is fairly straightforward and actually kind of fun. But as far as controls go, it's not spectacular. So you actually have to make sure you're in the right exact area to be able to go up and down the ladder things that are in the game. The firing is set to be held down to shoot, so you can burn through your special ammo really quickly. And when you tap down, you crouch, you don't stand back up. You actually have to tap up to stand up. So it's a little bit frustrating, and I think it's probably just from a modern gameplay perspective that I'm not enjoying it as much, because I think if I had played this when it released, I probably would have enjoyed it pretty well. It feels like a generic turrican. And you know, truth be told, that might be what it is. I haven't done a lick of research on this game whatsoever. It's not bad by any stretch of the imagination. It's significantly better than I thought it was going to be. It's just, it's not great. But it is at least offering some fun, which is really all you can ask for with a licensed game.
All right, Judge Dredd. Now we are on to the N64. This one's always a crapshoot because I got a feel to see which side the front label's on. All right, labels feel to be intact. No sticker on the top. Always a little bit of a bummer, but that's okay. 3, 2, 1. N64 is Glover, and this one also. This was Frankie's copy.
Glover was one of those games that when the N64 originally released, I looked at, kind of chuckled at, and never wanted to play. And it was weird that I heard people actually say how much fun it was, because how could a game about a glove be any good? And when they did the remaster version released this year on PC, I was confused then as well. But it wasn't something where I was curious enough of why is this game getting a remaster when there's stuff like the Bill and Ted games getting remastered or re-released by Limited Run Games, which is just an absolutely idiotic decision. So I avoided Glover. I didn't have any interest in playing Glover. And lo and behold, Video Games Monthly said, Jay, you're playing Glover. So I have played Glover. And what do I think about it? I think it's a very average platformer. All of that build-up for me to just go, yeah, it sure does exist. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to play it some more. I think there's some promise here. And I think there's some clever and creative kind of implementations of the different mechanics in the game. And I like the idea of being able to change the type of ball you have by using magic. And some of the level designs are pretty cool, but I don't know. It didn't wow me my first time out the gate. And for something going into it with zero expectations, for it to not wow me doesn't say a whole heck of a lot about it, but I'm going to keep playing it, so maybe it did say something to me and I'm just not recognizing it. You a big Glover fan? Let me know in the comments down below the good parts about Glover that you think I need to give more time to.
It's a little bit scuffed up. That's okay, though. I don't mind. It's a 25-year-old game at this point. Final game. This. Oh, we got our ephemera. Hold on. Forgot about my stuff. Oh, this is cute. That's cute. It's a little Goomba Slinky. This will not go downstairs. Roll over in pairs or roll over your neighbor's dog. Fits on your back, is great for a snack. Log, log, log. This one feels to actually be a Wii U or a generic GameCube case. So we're going to find out together. 3, 2, 1. It's backwards, damn it. Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham. I love the Lego games. I actually own this on the Xbox 360, I believe. Let's take a look at this one.
This is one of my favorite games. I love the Lego series. I specifically love the Lego Batman series. And Lego Batman 3 did something ambitious that Lego Batmans 1 and 2 hadn't done. It brought in the entirety of the DC universe. And it did so by getting you out of Gotham. I mean, it is called Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham for a reason. Like, the game opens with a cutscene featuring the different Lantern Corps. You start off as Batman and Robin, you sure do, but as you play, you're actually going to unlock over 200 characters that you're able to use in the game. And these aren't just like 50 different costumes for Batman characters. These are characters that range as far as Aquaman, Blue Beetle, Booster Gold, Condiment King. Even Adam West is a playable character in Lego Batman 3. It's a smorgasbord of wonderful options to play the game, and the gameplay is just fun. Like, it doesn't reinvent the wheel or anything like that. Like, it's a Lego game. You smash stuff, you go through the levels, you come back in free play and try to unlock everything when you have more characters, but it's fun. And really, that's all you can ask for in a video game, is something that is a good time. And this one crushes it, because not only do you have the wonderful Lego games that are ridiculously irreverent and just a lot of fun to play, you also get the incredible music from the different DC properties from their films. You get awesome writing of the different characters. The level designs are great. The graphics look spectacular. Like, it's the total package. I love the Lego games, and Lego Batman 3 is one of my favorites.
You can never go wrong with Lego games. I love pretty much every Lego game I've ever played. I think it's fantastic, and I am stoked to own this one because, I mean, the Wii U had such a limited library, but there's so many fantastic games released for it. Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham is one of my favorites, and I'm very, very, very happy to have this one. All right, you know how we do. We go away now, we add up our totals, we see if I come close to my $44.95 that I spent a month for my 5 games, and I'll be right back after a word from not our sponsors. Back in not a bad month. I came out ahead. You know, I don't necessarily worry about shipping costs on stuff because I think that's just kind of the cost you pay to get things. Like, I don't factor in shipping costs for other stuff. I'm not going to worry about paying the shipping cost on this. So this month I spent $45 or $44.99 on my box, and my box is actually worth $49.29 as of the day of this recording here on November 3rd. So yeah, once again, thanks to Joe and the team from Video Games Monthly. I do appreciate it. If you are just checking out the channel for the first time, I invite you to hit that subscribe button down below. I'd love to have you stick around. I do 2 videos a week, long form, and I do a short every day. all kinds of random stuff on the shorts. It's just kind of like stream of consciousness, kind of fever dream crap that I put out. Appreciate you all for stopping by, though. I do appreciate it. If you really dig the content I do, please, I invite you to check out the Patreon. Without Patreon, this wouldn't be possible every month. Until next time, folks, I've been Jay. Appreciate you being here. Remember to play more games, stay square, and take care. I'll talk to you soon.